The universe, once understood, dissolves into its own understanding. That which appears to be infinite and eternal has its end. Manifestation seems to exist through the perception of the beings that compose it. Without perception, nothing exists. Manifestation, therefore, is built from beings capable of perceiving. The attempt to explain the beginning of everything occurs through two processes, one scientific and the other mythological. While one seeks simulations through experiments, the other does so through stories and narratives. Both, however, depart from already existing and recognized paths, steeped in unquestionability. The validity of each being lies in the strengthening of the convictions that sustain manifestation and justify its appearance. The formation of the universe, however, requires not only the presence of each being, but also their connection. And that which connects beings is also a being in manifestation. What is called space is not empty, and is composed of the skin of each being that exists there. And each being carries the capacity to perceive. A being, upon individualizing, individualizes the understanding that exists within it. Understanding, once individualized, becomes limited, and limits the capacity of the being. The being only seeks understanding, because it lost it when it became individualized. Individualization is the creator of time and space. What appears to be the understanding of things is nothing more than compliance with the understanding of imposed limits. Responding to this partial understanding is what is meant by explanation. Conviction is obtained through unquestionability. The two pillars that sustain it are science and mythology, permeated by faith. Misunderstood individualization, which seems to grant recognition to the being in manifestation, is a sob of a reality without end or time. In this reality, the infinite and the eternal do not disappear, but their presence resurfaces from the absence of individualization. Individualization requires the existence of other individualizations to justify its existence. An individuality only recognizes itself through other individualities, and each carries a properly adjusted perception. The being in manifestation summarizes itself through the understanding of the existence of a purpose. The search for this purpose will provide temporary comfort, in which conformity will settle, and subject it to imprisonment within individuality. That which brings it the most pride is what most annihilates it, for it is within individualization that all weaknesses reside. Furthermore, the arrogance that prevents it from seeing often cloaks it in false humility, that subjects it to a distorted grandeur in gods, places, and individualized and subjectified things. Unity is poorly understood when explained as the sum of individualities, when it should be understood as their disappearance.